Good day, everyone. How are you today? I hope you're having great. Despite of this pandemic, I know there will be a lot of opportunities awaits. Just keep your feet moving, have positive thoughts, have faith in God, and believe in His plan. I know we can surpass this crisis, okay? So, for this morning, I will be discuss to you our topic for today. So, we will be discussing the different types of vernier caliper. Do you have any idea, or at least one types of vernier caliper? Let's find out your answers as we discuss the different types of vernier caliper. Actually, there are seven types of vernier caliper. So, we will be tackling the different types of vernier caliper. The first one is flat edge vernier caliper. This type of vernier is used for normal functions. We can take outer measurements of a job's length, breadth, thickness, and diameter. So, this type of vernier, we can use this in a normal function just like measuring an objects like our tables, our and different types that can be measured in length, breadth, and also the thickness and diameter. So the second one, we have the knife edge vernier caliper. The edge of this vernier caliper is like a knife. Okay, so this vernier caliper is used for measuring narrow space, a distance of a holes of a boat, and etc. The third one is vernier gear tooth caliper. So this is a special type of instrument. Okay, this is special, which is made like a combined form of two vernier calipers. It contains two separate scales, vertical and horizontal. So as we can see here, there are two separated scales, the vertical and the horizontal. The fourth one will be the vernier depth gauge. As is evident from its name, this instrument is used for measuring the depth of the slot of a job, its hole or groove. This is almost similar to vernier caliper. Its reading is also taken in the same way, but instead of a jaw, a flat shape base is used in it. Okay, so this type of vernier can be measure a hole or a depth of a slot of a hole of a job, its hole or groove. The fifth one is a flat and knife edge vernier caliper. Some companies also make vernier calipers which have their jaw like ordinary vernier caliper from one side but have knife edge jaw at the other side. With this vernier caliper, all types of jobs can be measured easily. Okay, so all the types of jobs using this flat knife edge vernier caliper can be measured easily. Okay? So, ma-measure di ko niya ang ang all types of jobs aning flat and knife edge vernier caliper. Vernier height gauge will be the next type of vernier caliper. Vernier height gauge, it is used for taking accurate measurements of height of a job or for marking. It is almost similar to vernier caliper, but it is used by attaching some additional attachments. Beam remains fitted in the base in the length form. Okay, so as we can see here, okay, so the beam of the base remains fitted on the base in the length form. Okay. So the next one, or the last one of the types of vernier caliper is a vernier dial caliper. In ordinary vernier caliper, there are chances of mistakes as far as a reading is concerned. For this purpose, nowadays vernier dial calipers are being used. In place of the vernier scale, it contains a graduation. Okay. So that would be, so muna siya, sayon siya natong i-identify kay just like kanang timbangan gani. 'Di ba? Pag timbang ta kay nandoon siya measurements kanang pag mo timbang ta sa kabutang, nandoon siya measurements so makita nato siya diri dayon kani naay gold sa kilid. Okay. So our next topic will be the decimal inch. So first, we will be reading and division, which is the 0.001 least count with 25 divisions. Okay, so first thing to do is to get the least count. And how to get the least count? The least count is we have a formula, which is the one graduation of the main scale with a total graduation of the vernier scale. So 2 minus 1, so ano siya? So 2 minus 1, kaning ato nakita kaning nas kilid. Kaning 2 minus 1, kana siya. Kaya na i-1 og 2. So ito ato siya i-minus equals 1. And 1 divided by 40. So, i-divide na to siya 40 kanang total graduation sa vernier scale, ay sa main scale. And then, we will divide it by the total graduation of the vernier scale. So, 0.025 divided by the total graduation of the vernier scale, which is 25, is equal to 0.01 least count. So, let's have our example here. So, our formula is main scale plus vernier scale. Okay, so, as we can see here, kanina yellow, awan ninyo. Ang yellow, muna siya, diya siya kaan kay before ang 0. So, kaning sa ubos, ani muna siya ato ang main scale. Kanang na ay 0. Kanang 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. So, mo tayo ato ang main scale. And then, kaning yellow nga na diri sa taas, muna siya line before ang 0. So, diya sa 0 ta magsugod og count or measure. Okay. So, sa first line na diba natin 0 din tulo ka increment. So, in the first line, we will be ano na siya, ato na siyang i-read by partition. So, from 0 up to 6, kaning 6 nakita ninyo, kaning 6 abot diha, ang iyahang reading is 600, 0.600. Okay. So, para masabta nato, there are 3 small partitions. And each partition is equal to 0.25. So, the reading of this partition is 0.75 of an inch. So, di ba, ni-discuss ko ninyo aning 6. Kotob sa 6, muna siya 600. And then, followed by the 3 partitions. So, each partition is equal to 0.25. So, kaning first one is 0.25 plus the second partition is 0.50 and then the last one is 0.25. That's why 0.675. And then, so muna siya ato ang reading sa main scale. And then, sa vernier scale, atong i-read na siya. So, asa siya nag-coincide sa vernier scale o sa main scale. So, kaning na ay red. Makita niyo siya na siya red. Okay. So, mag-ihap ta ani. Ikan sa 10. Okay. 0.10. 0.010. Then, sunod sa 0.010, 0.011, 0.012, 0.013, and 0.014. Okay, muna siya reading na to sa vernier scale. And then, sa atong formula kay main scale plus vernier scale man, so ato siyang i-add. So 0.675 plus 0.014 is equal to 0.689 of an inch. Okay? So let's have more examples. Our next example is kaning yellow Japon, yellow. So same ra Japon ang atoang same ra Japon atoang reading. So gikan diri sa 0 sa first line or sa first partition niya kay ato siyang i-read abot sa 3. So para masabtan nato atong usa-usa, so gikan sa 0 abot sa aning 3, ato na siyang i-read og 300, right? So ang reading nato ana sa abot sa 3 is 300. So ang ato ang each partition kay ang iyahang reading is 0.25 man. So gikan sa 3 kay 300 naman to ta ganina, so mo padayon ta 300, so 325, 350. So mo na ato ang readings ato ang main scale plus the vernier scale, which is ato siya pong ihapon siya. So 5 mo na siya atong main scale kanina i-read. So ang 5 may hapra ka 5 ya kay nagko-inside man ang vernier scale ug ang main scale diri sa aning tunga. So 5, 6. So 0.006. And then you just add it and then muna to'y makuha nimo 1.356 of an inch. And then the last one, para dyan ta makasabot ani, no? So, we will be reading, yellow, kanina naka-orange. Ay, more siya naka-yellow or orange ba na siya. So, gikan sa 1, mag-ihap ta, aning 1. So, 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, 200, 225, and then 250. So, tanawang, ang vernier scale nato is ani siya gikan. Kani kabante maning 1 din na siya tulo ka increments or 3 partitions. So, walay tlabot ng itong na-circle. Okay. So, na siya 3 partitions. Ang ihap na to is kay each partitions kay naman siya reading of 0.25. So, ang reading na to is 0.25. Abot sa 2 is 0.200. And din naman siya duwa ka partitions nga kuan so 0.25 225 and 250. So, muna siyang, atong vernier scale is 0.250. So, 250 would be the reading of our vernier scale. And then, for the main scale, din ang 0.250. And then, for the main scale, we will be reading, so, naman siya diri sa, nitulbong siya diri sa 10. So, dili ta magsugod sa 10. Sa 10. So, naman na siya yung first line, first partition. 11 na siya. Din, kanang na-adjud sa red mo na siya ika 12. Kaya di man nag-coincide ang vernier scale o ang main scale. So, 0.012. And then, the reading for this would be main scale 0.250 plus the vernier scale 0.012 is equal to 2.262. Next one. So we will now move on to the 50 division with the same least count, 0.01. The first thing to do is same. Same ra Japon siya to get the least count. 1 graduation of the main scale and then the total graduation of the vernier scale. Okay, so kaning 3. Kita mo aning 3. Kani. Kaning 3 minus 2. Okay. So 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. And then 1 divided by 20, which is the total graduation of the vernier scale, which
is equal to 0.05. And then, you divided it by the total graduation of the vernier scale. Katong 20 is what siya total graduation of the main scale. Ang 20. Then, i-divide ni mo na siya. Ang answer ana nila, you divide it by the main scale or the total graduation of the vernier scale, which is 50, is equal to 0.001 least count. Okay, so let's move on to our examples.
So the reading of our first example is the main scale is 1.25. Our vernier scale read as 1.25. So sa akong giingon kanina kay
Atong i-measure ang iyahang from kaning wait sa 1. So 1 kaning 1 diri ato nakita ani sa kan kag may kay. So pag human aning 1 mag-ihap tag 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 1.25. Kani o 1. Then mag-ihap taning 1 abot gikan 1 is natay 1 partition. So atong reading is 0.05. So 1.5 10, 15, 20, 25. So, muna siyang 1.25. Muna siya itong reading sa vernier scale. Sa main scale, atong reading is 0.026. Nga naman, kaya ko inside ang vernier scale o ang main scale diri sa aning sa 9 o diri sa main scale kani dos 25. So, ang reading na to is pag sa 25, kaya na siya usa ka guhit sa 26 is muna siyang 0.026. So, the total is 1.276
of an inch. Next example. So, same process. Sayon na jud siya as in. So, near atong reading is 1. So, sa akong giingon kanina, 1. So, diri 1 ta. Kay magsugod man diri sa 1, ang atong reading is ang magsugod ta sa first partition is 5, second partition is 10, third partition is 15. Mo na siyang 1.15 plus the main scale. There siya nag-coincide sa 25. So,
okay, nasayo pro ka na. Wait lang ako
sa isob.
Okay, so nausob na nako. So, ang ato ang kan is sa main scale, ato ang reading kay 25 siya nagko-inside. So, atong main scale po na kay 0.025. Okay, so, add na to ang main scale plus
vernier scale. 1.15 plus 0.025 is equal to 1.174.
75. Okay.
Our next example, 1.20 plus 0.019. How did you get it?
Okay, so more shop on same process from 1 and then the first partition up to the kaan nga nilapo ang 0 ato siyang ihapon sa tag 5 0.5 partitions. Okay, so first partition is 5, 10, 15, 20. So muna siyang 1.20. And then nagko-inside ang vernier scale ang main scale kay diri sa tunga na akong gi-circlean ani. So, ihapon na to ang increment 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, muna siyang 0.019. And then, the total inch is 1.219 of an inch. And now, let's move on to our last topic, which would be the fractional inch. So, 1/128.
Okay, so, same process Japan siya. So, 1 graduation the main scale divided by the total graduation of the vernier scale. Okay, so 1 divided by 16. Like for example, kanang sa first anang 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch mo na siya. So,
ang ato diri is kanang first partition niya mo na siya 1 over 16 divided by ang total graduation of the vernier scale would be the 8, just like this. Ihapon na to na siya 0, so 0 from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 na siya kabuok partitions, graduation. So muna siyang 1 over 16 divided by 8 equals 1 over 16. So 1 over 16 times 1 over 8 equals 100 or 1 over 128. Okay, so here is our examples. So our example is same. Main scale plus the vernier scale. Okay, so sayon reduction siya po siya. Ayapon na to ang 0. So from 0, nandiyan orange to pula din. Ang orange, ano siya represents as the main scale and the red is the vernier scale. So from 0, mag-ihap tag 1 partition. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Abot sa orange mo na siya ika-10. So 10 over 16. And then sa ato ang vernier scale, mag-ihap siya punta. So from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 128. Kani o. Muna siya kuan reading anin. Siya kuan sa kilid o kaning 1 over 128. So ang 1 is parang siya diri sa kaning abot kining after 0. So, ang nagko-inside manggod siya ang vernier scale ang main scale diri sa tunga aning 5 over 128. Okay, i-plus na nimo. So, 10 divided by kaning 180. So, 10 ang ato ang main scale is 10 over 16 plus atong vernier scale is 5 over 128. Okay, so nganong nakuha ang 80? So, ang 10, gidivide na nimo siya sa 8 graduation of the main scale. So, diba, naihap na ganin na kaning sa 0, kani 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, 10 times 8 equals 80. Plus, ay divided by, kani siya. Okay, so, 1 over 28 plus 5 over 128. Okay, so, next one, we need to add those, the vernier main scale and the vernier scale, which is 85 divided by 128 of an inch. For our next example, we have here, so same process, so 0. So sa atong vernier scale, ato siyang ihapon sa 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 divided by ay over 16 plus ang atong main scale na coincide ang main scale og ang vernier scale niya diri sa aning na red mo ni siyang yapon na to 4 5 6 ika-6 ang naay red mo rin siya tanawin niyo and then over 128. Okay, so akong giingon kanina ang 4 first kaning 4 kaning 4 over 16 i-divide nimo ang 8 i-multiply nimo ang 4 by 32. Okay, so pag times mo na siyang 8, mo na siyang 32 over 128 plus 6 over 128. Imo na siyang i-copy. Diba? Okay. So, imong kuhaan manggod og ang least common denominator sa aning 16. Okay? So, ang 128 is ma-divide siya 16. So, wala siyang 32 over 128 plus 6 over 128. And the total is 38 over 128. Okay, for the last one, for the last examples, we have here 2. Okay. So, at kaning na-i-circlean nga 1, diyan na siya, una ang 0 kay wala siya, wala siya, kaning before lang 0, ang partition is kaning na orange. So, kaning 1, mag-ihap ta ani, og 1, ani kani siya, 1, 2. So, 2 over 16 plus, nag-coincide ang main scale o ang vernier scale ani kaning red. So 4, 5 man na siya, so 5 over 128. Same process, 2 multiplied by the total graduation of the main vernier scale, which is 8. Mo na siyang 16 over atong kuan og less common denominator ang 16 ma-divide siya og 128. So mo na siyang 16 over 128 plus
5 over 128 mo na siyang nakuha og 21 over 128.
Okay?
So, I hope you have learned something about my report, and don't hesitate to ask questions if you have clarifications. Okay? Thank you, and once again, good day.